everybody, this is Justin, and MOOCs 101 is going to be one of my channels that is just a little fun side project of mine where I'm going to periodically update you on everything that's going on with massive open online courses, otherwise known as MOOCs. So this is going to be my first show. If you like it, let me know. If you want to see more of it, let me know. If you want to see less of it, don't let me know, because I'm probably still going to do it. But I think that it's going to be fitting for the first show to be about the history of MOOCs. And it's tempting to start this story in 2008, but I have to take you all the way back to 1840 with an English fellow by the name of Isaac Pitman in Bath, England, who used to tell his students to copy down excerpts from the Bible and send them to him in a penny post system for him to grade later on. And this was extremely revolutionary because it's one of the first applications of distance learning, right? And so this idea of distance learning started to proliferate throughout the world. And we see in 1874, if we want to skip ahead a little bit, there was a university in Illinois who started granting degrees to people in remote locations. So these programs really started to gain traction around the turn of the century, around 1900. And with that popularity came a lot of scrutiny about the ethics and equality. And so in 1915, the National University Extension Association started accrediting these bodies of distance learning. And it was the first of its kind. And technology really started driving this movement. And we even see in 1969, the Open University, again in the UK, who was using television to teach courses of all different subject matters. So this next part of the story starts in 1995. We've all read the book The World is Flat by Thomas Friedman. One of the flatteners that he talks about is a company by the name of Netscape. And they went public for $28 a share back in 1995, and it changed the world forever. And so if we skip 13 years later to 2008, two guys by the name of Stephen Downes and George Siemens, they created a course called Connectivism and Connective Knowledge, which I think is fitting for the first MOOC ever. And it was based off of a course from the University of Manitoba, Canada, and about 2,200 people signed up for the course. That's massive, right? And they use things like Facebook pages, they use things like online forums, and created their own blogs based off of the original course itself. And other people started catching on, and skip a few years ahead to 2012, two guys by the name of Sebastian Thrun, who I believe is a German actually, and Peter Norvig. They created a course called The Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. And they wouldn't know it then, but this would be the beginnings of a company called Udacity. And that first course, over 160,000 people from over 190 different countries all over the world signed up for it. That is huge. And so they really saw a business model in this. Now the problem with this is that only 5% of the people that signed up for the courses actually completed it. And I believe the reason why we see such a low completion rate in some of these MOOCs is because the lack of economic value. I mean, honestly, free courses just aren't on the list of priorities for people if they don't improve someone's life directly, their professional development. A few years later, companies like Edivate started creating programs called microdegrees. And it made it to where employers started recognizing people taking these courses online, which makes it extremely attractive to not only the employers, but also the student, because now there's some economic value behind it. And so now we're today, and I'd really like to hear from you guys, if you guys have any experience at all with distance learning, and most of us have, taking some sort of course online. If it's not a MOOC, it's a college course. If it's not a college course, it's some sort of vocational course. I want to hear about your experience, how it could have been better, how it was amazing, or how it wasn't amazing. So in the comments below, write it out. Let us know. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time.